Welcome to the Gaming Backlog, the show you will never have any idea what I'm going to talk about until I talk about it. What is a gaming backlog? The generally accepted definition are games that a person buys and plans to get to someday, but generally ignores in favor of playing what they already enjoy. Now for me, I have a few, 100 games in my backlog that I've yet to even acknowledge after purchasing. And today this all changes, because on my gigantic backlog mountain I have a lot of games to try out, like God of War, Elden Ring, Devil May Cry, and so I decided I'm gonna play the funny cat game. OneShot, a game where you have, well, anything game made 6 whole years ago about a small cat person, about a small child person who wakes up in an unfamiliar location devoid of its sun. The only one able to bring the sun back to the world being Nico, who holds the sun in their hands. Now the first thing you'll want to know about me is that I'm a dirty f***ing liar, because I already played this game 2 years ago, my favorite year, 2020. Truly just the best year. I got the normal ending and put the game down, but a year later I realized there's actually a secret ending I had no idea about. But since it was a year since I last played the game, I never went back and actually got the true ending. So now it's back on the backlog, and today I intend to finish that game and many more down the line, so that the fact that I've spent hundreds of dollars on unplayed video games won't be on my gravestone. So after deleting the save data manually to reverse the one-shot part of the game, I was back to the beginning where it all began. The first thing you'll notice about this game is, man, I can't see anything. This is a dark-ass game! And as someone who likes to play with the brightness all the way down, this game is not an easy game to look at. The dark atmosphere of this game is a compliment to the story, however, with, the sun being gone. Let it be known, this is not a game you'll want to play when you want to feel happy, because this game looks and sounds like what depression feels like. But this is for the better, however, because if the sun were gone in the real world, I'm sure we'd all be pretty sad too.
Where'd it go?
You see this? This is the fourth wall, the imaginary wall that separates the gaming world from the real world. And this game just kinda takes that fourth wall and just fucking... Your actions here will affect Nico. Your mission is to help Nico leave. And most importantly, you only have one shot, Malik. The game goes ahead and reads your computer admin name and proceeds to make you, the player, a character in the game. When Nico turns and starts talking, he's talking to you. All you really do in the game is guide Nico. Nico himself is his own character separate from the player. And Nico reminds you of this constantly. And this isn't like a one-time thing where they just break the fourth wall just because they can. This is all the time. Nico talks to the player when they're lost, when they're curious, when they're hungry. Actually, I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten anything since I got here. So is it okay if you go get some food before you enter the tower? Hope they have pancakes. This level of player immersion truly does make you feel like a part of the world. It's no longer just like a little video game on your computer. It's a whole world that you are personally a part of. Of course, with this immersion must come just the best gameplay in hell. The tutorial of this game really does sum up the game perfectly. What you see is what you get. It's this simple at the beginning of the game and it's this simple at the end of the game. You walk around, interact with people and objects, and combine objects to solve puzzles. That's the entire game. This game is not going to make you have a revelation. It will make you really depressed though, so if you're looking for that, this got that in spades. Oh, pathway is blocked. By blocks! Damn. Because it's not just the world that has an oppressive atmosphere, it's also the characters, most of which are just waiting for the world to end. A lot of characters even directly tell Nico that putting the sun back won't save the world. It sends a lot of mixed messages to the player when some characters want you to bring the sun back and some don't. There are a lot more light-hearted characters, however. What comes to mind are the siblings from the second area. Oh shoot, looks like we can't get past that block. Seriously? Damn, I didn't think of that. I'll be up ahead. I've literally never thought of that. It's a nice little break from literally everything else so far. They're just two kids enjoying their life. There's also the issue of these strange unexplained blocks that show up randomly and just fucking kills people. These blocks aren't explained until you start the true ending, but until then, this world's pretty fucked. I mean, Another unique part of this game are the computer puzzles, which you can find strewn around the map, which give you fourth wall breaking puzzles, which range from ooh, check your documents, to go into the OneShot files and open an executable file that opens a separate window. On starting with the window open and line up the clover from the executable with the clover from the game to reveal the hidden patterns you need to solve the puzzle. Who came up with this? This of course is just a small sample of the complete mindfuckery this game plays on the player. There's a part at the end of the game which I won't spoil, but I will show my reaction to it. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? How did they do that? And that's OneShot, a beautiful little gem that creatively mixes fourth wall breaking puzzles with an amazing story that genuinely stuck with me for years to come. And honestly, that's kind of what the channel is about. I have so many games in my backlog with so many experiences that I've yet to have. All these games are special in their own little way, and I think they should all be experienced. And with this channel, I think and hope I'll be able to get through a vast majority of my I forgot about the true ending, didn't I? So without spoiling the game, at the end of the game, the literal game itself gives you an ultimatum. I kind of killed a lot of people, which are both bittersweet endings, but by deleting the save data in the OneShot folder, you can start the game again to get the best ending for Nico and the world. And if the main game beat up the fourth wall, this part of the game bends the fourth wall over and just does dirty things to it. At first I thought this ending would be a cop-out to just make everyone happy. And it is, but it's well made, so I can't complain. And it's pretty short too, so if you don't like it, it's over before you know it. Secret Ending also gives a lot of lore dumps, which explain most if not all of the plot holes in the main game, so it's nothing but welcome. But for the ending itself, it's alright. I mean, I like the original ending more because the moral ambiguity of it. Don't get me wrong, I liked what I played, but the ending itself was just, it just wasn't as interesting as the original. So it turns out the main reason I wanted to replay this game isn't exactly the most compelling thing for me to talk about. It's not bad, but it's also not too special. If anything though, the music is pretty bonkin'.